All right, so you know you're here because you want to get right into the good stuff, right? You don't have
Yep.
a lot of time, but you want to learn something interesting, right? Today, we're going to look at a truly epic tale. We're talking, we're talking a massive gathering in the heavens, unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Yeah, it's really something.
And they've all come together to deal with a pretty terrifying threat,
Oh, yeah. We're talking about a dangerous, dangerous
the
dragon.
dragon.
A dragon. And what's really striking right off the bat is just how huge this whole event is.
Oh, yeah.
Our source material is a narrative poem, and it lays out this incredible gathering in vivid detail and the setting right outside the southern gate of heaven.
Whoa.
It's like the whole cosmos, has decided to get together for like this emergency meeting.
An emergency meeting. That's a great way to put it. So what we want to figure out today is why. Why has this incredible group of gods and immortals and legendary heroes from all over Chinese culture, why have they all come together united against this one Yaolong?
This demon dragon, yeah.
This demon dragon. What has this creature done to cause such a big response?
Well, the poem starts right in the thick of it. The southern gate is absolutely packed with celestial armies, and every single one of them, they're all clamoring for the Jade Emperor's attention.
Oh my
You
God.
can really feel this kind of collective frustration,
Yeah.
Like they're fed up and they're demanding that something be done.
It's not just like, a couple of deities who have like a minor complaint.
Right,
This
exactly.
is a unified front
Yeah.
of some serious power. They are there to let the Jade Emperor know that heaven itself wants justice, wants a reckoning with this demon dragon.
Hmm.
So what's the reason for this incredible gathering? Well, the poem tells us that this dragon has a long history of doing bad things,
Oh, yeah.
of just refusing to listen to any warnings, defying all laws.
I mean, you can't get much clearer than that, right? It's not just about breaking a few rules here and there. It's about totally disregarding any kind of authority, any kind of order. And the poem makes it very clear. This isn't just a one-time thing. This dragon has been like this for a long time, and every attempt to talk sense into it has failed.
Wow.
And when you see just how many celestial beings are there,
Yeah.
it really hits you how serious this has become.
Absolutely. And let's not forget who we're talking about here. The
Yeah.
groups that are at this heavenly demand for justice, these are heavy hitters. We're
Yeah.
talking the 28 constellations,
Yeah.
the 4 heavenly kings. I mean, these are like the foundations of the cosmos in Chinese mythology.
I mean, think of it this way. They're like the basic building blocks of heaven.
Wow.
They represent like the key parts of the celestial sphere. So just them being there,
Yep.
it tells you that this situation is a really big deal.
A huge deal. And the power keeps on coming because we've also got the 4 great celestial masters
Oh, yeah.
and the 4 great bodhisattvas. These are figures with a ton of spiritual authority and wisdom.
Yeah.
And then bringing their awesome blessings to this gathering. You've got the Fushalu Sangsing,
I love them.
the 3 star gods of fortune, prosperity, and longevity.
Yeah. It's like this awesome blend of,
Yeah. Yeah.
pure power and deep spiritual influence. And when you see Taishang Lajun there with his elixir gourd,
Yeah.
it makes you think they're expecting to need some divine intervention,
Mhm.
Maybe even some healing after they confront this dragon.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. And we can't forget the 8 immortals, each with their own magical powers.
Right.
And the always interesting monk, Jigong. He's known for doing things that seem kind of strange.
Yeah.
But there's always this great wisdom and power behind it. Even just this initial group, this is a massive amount of power.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really, really cool. Because the poem then describes even more forces arriving from all directions. And it seems like they're coming from different points in history, too.
I mean, this is where the story just explodes. In terms of imagination and scope, it's amazing. We see all these different armies arriving, each one led by these legendary figures. So from the west comes Zhang Zia, right? He's the super important strategist from the classic investiture of the gods.
Oh, yeah.
Think of him as like the ultimate military mind. He's the guy who helped establish a dynasty, and he's leading, get this, 100,000 troops.
100,000.
100,000.
Whoa. Yeah.
And with him, he's got these mythological powerhouses like Neza, super fast, Erlon Shen with his all-seeing eye and his loyal howling hound,
Oh, I love it.
and a whole bunch of other amazing warriors.
Like a dream team of legendary heroes. And then from the east, Here come the heroes of the Tianbo Yang clan. I mean, talk about family loyalty.
Oh, absolutely.
Generations of warriors. You got the famous 7 Yang sons,
Hmm.
their legendary father, Yang Jie, the unstoppable Shi Taijun.
Yeah,
And let's not forget the powerful women warriors
absolutely.
like Mu Gang and Yang Paifeng. They're also leading 100,000 troops.
Wow.
And for me, this brings in this really cool element of family duty, unwavering loyalty, and historic valor.
It's not just about individual power, right? It's about how these heroes are connected to something larger than themselves.
Mm.
And for you, bringing in these figures from stories like the Yang clan, it adds this deep layer of cultural meaning, because these are heroes that are so deeply ingrained in everyone's memory.
Oh, for sure.
And they represent these ideals of patriotism and sacrifice.
Yeah, absolutely. And then from the south, we see Emperor Taizong of Tang. Now, this guy is a seriously important figure in Chinese history,
Oh, absolutely.
often connected with like a golden age of prosperity and strength. He's leading another 100,000 troops alongside legendary strongmen like Li Yuanba
Yeah.
and skilled warriors like Luo Chang and the courageous Xu Yangui. Having the emperor there adds a lot of weight,
Totally.
like the sense of history and legitimacy into these forces.
You got to remember that the Tang Dynasty is often seen as like the peak of Chinese civilization. So Emperor Taizong being there really emphasizes that this isn't just some fight in heaven.
Right.
This is about something much bigger, like the order of the universe is at stake.
Exactly. Okay, now we turn to the left, and this is where things get seriously wild.
Mm.
The 108 stars of Liangshan from Water Margin. That's right, the whole crew,
I love them.
the ones who stood up against injustice in the mortal realm,
Heroes.
heroes.
Yeah.
They're led by the wise Song Jiang and that brilliant strategist Wu Yang, and they've got 100,000 troops of their own. You've got everyone there, from Gongsun Sheng, who's all mystical, to Wu Song, who's fiercely independent, and Li Kui, who's, well, totally unpredictable.
Oh, he's a wild card.
He's a wild card. It's an incredible mix of rebellious energy and raw power.
It's really interesting when you think about the Liangshan heroes being there.
Yeah, why?
They represent the people, the folks who take things into their own hands when the system fails them.
Right.
So them being part of this, it kind of suggests that this dragon's messed up stuff has also hurt ordinary people.
Yeah.
It's not just a celestial thing, it's affecting everyone.
That's a really good point. And from the right, we get an even more surprising and significant alliance. Heroes from the Three Kingdoms.
No way.
Wei, Shu, and Wu, they're all fighting together. We're talking Zhu Zhiliang, the brilliant strategist,
Oh, the
the
best.
super virtuous Liu Bei,
Him.
Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, that's super strong.
Yeah, so bad.
The valiant Ma Chao and Huang Zong, and the courageous Zhao Zhanlong, all leading another 100,000 troops.
Another 100,000.
Another 100,000. These guys were enemies before,
Yeah.
but now they're standing side by side. The threat from this dragon must be immense for them to put aside their differences like that.
I mean, when you think about it, the Three Kingdoms period was all about conflict, So the fact that they're united, it really says something. It tells you how dangerous this dragon is
Yeah,
and that everyone needs to work together no matter what happened in the past.
you're right. And lead the charge from the front with tons of determination is the Yu family army, led by Yu Yuan Shuai,
Oh, he's a legend.
widely believed to be Yu Fei, a symbol of loyalty, the ultimate symbol of loyalty. The poem emphasizes his dedication, saying that he won't back down until this dragon is defeated.
Wow.
Even if he gets, like, 20 imperial edicts telling him to retreat.
He's not budging.
He's not budging. He's leading another 100,000 troops,
Oh, my God.
which includes legendary figures like the powerful Niu Gao and the 8 hammer-wielding generals. Talk about force. This really shows how important loyalty is and how you should never give up when you're fighting for what's right.
Yu Fei, he really adds this strong element of moral conviction, He's like the perfect example of selfless dedication to a good cause.
Absolutely. The reinforcements keep on coming. From another direction comes Emperor Taizu of Ming,
Oh.
the founder of the Ming Dynasty, a huge figure in Chinese history. He brought with him his brilliant strategist, Liu Bowen, and the incredibly strong vanguard Zhu Da, along with other important generals. They're leading, you guessed it, another 100,000 troops.
Another 100,000.
Another 100,000. This adds another big dynasty to this already incredible alliance.
It's amazing, right? The Ming Dynasty was another time of strong imperial power and amazing cultural achievements.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're here shows you that this dragon, it's not just a threat to heaven, it's a threat to the very foundation of Chinese civilization.
And finally, arriving from far away, we have maybe the most shocking alliance of all. Emperor Gaozu of Han.
You mean Liu Bang?
Liu Bang, the founder of a super long and influential dynasty, and guess who's with him?
Who?
His old rival, Shang Yu. The super powerful Shang Yu.
Oh, they hated each other.
They were enemies. They are
Yeah.
now fighting side by side.
What?
They're fighting side by side. Along with them are key figures like Zhang Limo, the super smart Xiao He, and the undefeated General Han Xin leading the Chu soldiers. The poem makes a point of saying that their past conflicts are water under the bridge. They're united now to destroy this dragon.
Wow.
It's just, the scale of this force is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Gods, immortals, legendary heroes from pretty much every major period in Chinese history. Even former enemies standing shoulder to shoulder.
This really makes you understand how serious this whole thing is.
Yeah.
For figures like Liu Bang and Shang Yu, who were completely opposed to each other,
Yeah.
become allies, that just shows you how big of a threat this dragon is.
Absolutely. So with this unbelievable army gathered, the Jade Emperor decides to hold a council. But before he can even get settled on his throne, there's a dramatic interruption.
Uh-oh.
Guess who bursts in?
I have no idea.
None other than the Monkey King himself,
Sun Wukong.
Sun Wukong.
His entrances are never exactly quiet, are they?
You know, they're not, and he's angry.
Ugh.
At the dragon.
At the dragon. He is furious about what this dragon has been doing down in the mortal realm,
Like what?
destroying sacred Buddhist temples.
Oh, no.
Burning sacred scriptures, forcing monks and nuns to get married, and even making religious figures join its army.
No way.
He's not mincing words. He makes it clear that his iron staff won't stand for this.
You don't mess with Sun Wukong.
You don't mess with Sun Wukong. He even says that he's acting on the orders of the Buddha himself.
Oh, wow.
This adds another level of, religious authority and moral condemnation against this dragon.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
So what happens next?
Well, after Sun Wukong's, grand entrance, we hear a voice of caution.
Oh. From who?
It's the EC Dragon King.
Interesting.
He speaks up, and he wants to make something clear.
Okay.
He says he has nothing to do with this rogue dragon,
Okay.
and he urges everyone to be absolutely sure they've got the right dragon before they attack.
He's right to say that.
He's right. He doesn't want all dragons to be blamed unfairly. Makes sense.
It's a really good point. Even with everyone being so angry, he's asking them to be careful and make sure they've got the right culprit. But Sun Wukong, well, he's never one to doubt himself, is he?
Not really, no.
He brushes off those concerns, saying that his, quote, fire eyes, unquote, can see the truth.
Of course they can.
And then as the heavenly court is deciding what to do, we hear a series of, passionate statements from different important figures. They each have their own reasons for wanting this dragon gone.
It sounds like this dragon has managed to offend everyone.
He really does. So first, Kuzun, he talks about how Confucian values have been destroyed.
Oh, no.
The things that are supposed to make society strong. Things like self-cultivation, family harmony, national order, and good governance. He says that the dragon's lies are to blame for this.
Wow.
And he argues that the dragon must be destroyed to get those values back.
That's a powerful argument. It shows how this dragon's actions have messed things up not just in heaven, but in society as well.
Exactly. And then Hairui steps up.
Oh, Hairui. He was known for his integrity.
He was. He reminds everyone that officials have a duty to speak up against injustice. And then he points to things that the dragon has done in the past, specifically things like the anti-rightist campaign and the persecution of Peng Dehuai.
Those were dark times.
They were. These were times when people who disagreed were silenced, and officials couldn't speak out against what was wrong.
It's a chilling reminder of how dangerous, unchecked power can be.
Absolutely. Then Su Shi, he's a giant in Chinese literature and culture. He offers this really heartfelt cultural critique.
What does he say?
He's sad that the dragon has no respect for heaven, earth, or ancestors.
Oh, wow.
And that it destroyed so much of traditional culture during the 10-year catastrophe. He talks about how a land that was known for its rich traditions is now just an empty shell of its former self.
It's heartbreaking, to think about all that cultural heritage being lost. It shows how deep the scars are that this dragon has left.
Yeah. And then, Li Kui, that fiery guy from Water Margin, he just explodes with rage. He's got this personal vendetta against the dragon.
Thank you.
The dragon was arrogant enough to insult Song Yang and the whole Liangshan Brotherhood.
Oh, no, he didn't.
He called them surrenderers. For Li Kui, that's just unforgivable, and he vows to get revenge.
In typical Li Kui fashion, I bet.
Oh, yeah. This shows how this dragon has even offended these legendary heroes.
Even outlaws have their limits.
That's right. Then Bao Zheng, the symbol of justice and fairness, he steps up and laments all the false accusations, the fear, and the corruption that has spread under the dragon. He says it's gotten so bad that even he can't keep up.
Wow.
He says the dragon has to be eliminated, bring back even a little bit of justice.
Bao Zheng's despair is a powerful statement. Remember, he's the ideal of incorruptible justice. So if he's saying things are this bad,
Yeah.
it really tells you how desperate the situation is.
Exactly. Finally, Zhigang, the enlightened monk, he talks about how the dragon has this philosophy of Sha, which is all about killing and destruction.
Oh, that's scary.
It is. He says this has resulted in the deaths of 80 million innocent souls.
80 million.
80 million. Zhigang argues that getting rid of such evil isn't just the right thing to do, it's also an act of compassion, a way to end suffering.
It's a powerful moral and spiritual argument, right? He's saying that killing this dragon isn't revenge. It's about stopping more people from getting hurt.
Exactly. So, with everyone in agreement, the Jade Emperor issues a decree to destroy the demon dragon. He assigns everyone their roles. Sun Wukong and Neza are going to lead the charge.
Good choice.
The pagoda-bearing Heavenly King will guard the rear.
Smart.
Liu Bowen and Zhu Jilang will be the strategists,
It's the best of best.
and Jiang Ziya will be the supreme commander. The poem emphasizes that everyone, Buddhists, Taoists, all the celestial deities, they're united in this mission.
Wow. That really shows how seriously everyone is taking this.
Yeah, they're not messing around. So as you can see, this gathering, it's truly unique. You've got mythical figures, historical heroes, powerful deities, all coming together to fight one enemy.
It's amazing, right?
It's incredible. And they're all there for different reasons.
Yeah.
Some are there to uphold the laws of heaven, some are there to protect their culture, some want revenge, and some just want to see justice done.
It's like this awesome, incredible force,
It is.
driven by this shared belief that this dragon has gone too far and that heaven and earth can't tolerate it anymore.
Yeah. And the poem leaves us with this image of absolute unity
Yeah.
in the face of this massive threat.
It really makes you think, you know.
It does. So here's our final thought for you today.
Okay.
What kind of threat could be so terrible, so destructive, that it could bring together gods and emperors and outlaws and strategists? What does this action tell us about what's really important in this story?
It's a big question.
It is. We want you to think about the deeper meaning of this fight. What ideas of justice, order, and culture are at stake here? What does it mean that they all had to come together to face this one monstrous entity? That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.